Hi gorgeous, it's Denise here from luckybitch.com, and today I want to help you with a very tricky but very common situation in business. It's when a potential client says, I love what you do and I really need to work with you, but I just don't have the money to work with you right now. Or they say something like, I just need to go talk to my husband first, but you kind of know that that means no, right? So this is really frustrating, especially if you know that it would be an amazing fit and create a lot of transformation for them. So how do you deal with it, and can you turn it around? It's a situation that any entrepreneur will be familiar with, and I've got lots of tips for you today. So let's get right into it. Pretty much every business owner has heard this from potential customers, and there's quite a few things you can do to avoid the situation in the first place. So, firstly, look at how you screen your clients and what you're telling them or not telling them about how much it costs to work with you. Now, you might need to work on this if you're constantly getting clients who seem to expect freebies, or maybe they're just expressing total surprise when you ask them for money, even if you think it's really obvious. Screening is definitely part of the marketing process, so check that you've made it clear, for example, who you work with, your ideal client, and who you really don't work with, and at what stage it's appropriate for them to hire you. For example, you might not work with beginners, so make that clear. And make it clear that there is an investment involved to go further with you. Because I'm always amazed at how often these three things aren't done, and I've done it myself, but when they're not, it always leads to confusion. So sometimes clients might get on a get to know you call with you, and they can be totally shocked and surprised that they actually have to pay money to work with you deeper or to use your services. It's like, what? So you have to tell them that they need to make a money commitment to work with you. And it might sound obvious, but you might be surprised how often it's missed. This could be as simple as putting your prices on your website, or you could give a range, or just be clear that they can hire you. It's not just free stuff. And there's a tip to deal with this as well. Don't offer people like a free coaching session, but frame it as a get to know you. So it's clear that it's a taster, like a taster thing or a discovery call, rather than completely free work. Tip number 2, let's talk about money blocks. Make sure that if your screening process is going well, you still need to get clear on your money blocks, both yours and your potential clients. So for example, you might think that you want more clients, but you might have this underlying block around giving yourself permission to earn money out of your skills and talents. And many women, like me as well, we have conflicting feelings around making money out of helping people transform their lives, especially if you're in a profession like being a health coach or being a spiritual coach. So if your potential client has money blocks as well, you're going to be blocking each other, and you'll be blocking each other from working together, because they might be terrified about investing in themselves and you might be feeling bad about charging them. So you've got to help them see the value, reassure them that they're worth investing in, and challenge them gently on their resistance to going to the next level, because it could be money blocks. Now, sometimes even them saying that they don't have money with you is a total excuse, because they're scared and it's triggering their money stuff. And even if you don't teach business and money, I still think you can address that money block challenge in your marketing, so your potential client feels safe to work with you and invest in themselves. And finally, I want you to think about using your powers of persuasion for good. You know, you totally believe in what you sell, you offer great value, all that kind of stuff. But if you know that your potential client really doesn't have the money to work with you, then it's important that you don't force people into an investment that they can't afford. That just creates stress and pressure for you and for them. Stress for them, who'll be wondering like, oh my God, how am I going to pay for my coach or my services or that website and my basic living expenses? And you'll feel the pressure too, because you'll feel extra obligated to perform over and above their expectations. Now, this one's a bit of a balancing act, right? Because how do you know if it's an excuse or really real? Well, the good news is the more experience you get, the more you'll be able to tell when your client is just saying they can't work with you out of fear, and when they really don't have the cash. It's going to be practice. And you know what? It's totally okay to ask for the business and make the sale if you know that you can help people. You need to take responsible for your money mindset and then help them take responsibility for theirs as well. Now, depending on your industry, you might have some very specific money blocks that you need to deal with. And I've identified some really interesting commonalities in professions like health professions, business coaches, artists, people who do MLM, and all sorts of other professions too. Now, I've got a free online workshop that goes through the money blocks of each profession and tells you exactly what you can do for your industry. So if you want to watch that, it's at luckybitch.com/jobs. And remember, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, it's totally safe for you to ask for the sale. Again, go and download that workshop today at luckybitch.com/jobs. And guess what? It's your time and you're ready for the next step.